is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be ranking our top small forwards on a tier list. Now, got S through F, pretty self-explanatory. S being the best, F being the least best, or the worst. I mean, the worst is the best way to say it. Now, I have some recent guys in here. So if you don't see a guy from season 2 or season 3, make sure to go watch my other small forward videos, because I try to, only give you guys recent ones, or if they are extremely pretty good like Ron Artest, as well as Mr. Rudy. Also, guys, go watch the shooting guard and a point guard tier list as well. Now, we're going to start off with Adam Morrison. I still think to this day, Adam Morrison is a baller. Now, the Jerry West upper. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because it's tough. The Jerry West upper is not good, but everything else about the card is fantastic. The standstill behind the back, this like snatch back animation of Adam Morrison, absolutely elite as well. Release straight up and down. It's easy to tell once you figure out the upper. Adam Morrison, defensively, really solid as well. I got him in A tier. You could have him wherever you want. Al Harrington, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man, Al Harrington. What do you want me to sit up here and say? I mean, you're 20,000 MT from mid. I'm gonna go D tier. I mean, can you probably use him and have some success with him? I mean, sure, but is he a guy I'm gonna, hype up to the moon? Absolutely not. Blatch up next. I like Blatch, but I think Blatch's best position is that power forward position. Like, I do think the card is fine. I do think you can have a lot of success with him. But when we're talking about the best small forwards in the game, who am I taking at the small forward position today? Adam Morrison or Blatch? It's Adam Morrison. 100%, 100 times out of 100. Not to say Blatch is bad, because I do like his player model player, but I think the card can compete at a high level. Do think B tier is where I've got him. Andre Kirilenko, I'm throwing him right in there with Blatch. I mean, I do think Blatch is better, but I do think they're on the same playing field here. AK is still going to defend at an elite level. The problem, in my opinion, with Andre Kirilenko lies with that release. And it's not, it's not unusable. It's just a little too slow for my personal liking. Again, you can use it and have a lot of success with it. I just think when we're talking again about those best releases in the game, I just do not love Andre Kirilenko's. Anton Jameson, another card whose release hurts him. Now, AK's release night and day better than Anton Jameson. I'm not going to try to sit here and gas it. But I still think Anton, because of everything else he does on the court, is usable and is definitely playable. I still do think he's better than a guy like Al Harrington, if I had to say it right now. But yes, that Brook Lopez base is really bad. It absolutely is. Melo, here's where things get rough. Melo's perfect for C tier. AK Blatch, they're going to be better defensively than Melo, and I think they're better than Carmelo Anthony. And so I got to do what I got to do. I got to move Anton Jameson down and stick Melo right in there to C tier. Now, is Melo unusable? Is the card horrible? No. Like, if I had Melo on my Nobody Spent Squad series, I'd probably play him. But it just comes down to this. His defense isn't great, and we're ranking the top small forwards in the game, and so it's tough for me to be that high on Carmelo Anthony. Cedric Ceballos, D tier. I mean, if you get him on your road towards Jason Richardson, that's fine. That's awesome. But again, we're talking about the best small forwards in the game, and for Cedric, I think there's a limit to how high you can go with that. Damari Carroll up next. What do you want me to say? You're looking at mid with all these amethysts. Not all of them. The next guy's pretty good, but with most of these cards, you're looking at mid. I'm sorry, Damari Carroll. Just undersized. I just don't know about you. Nobody really uses you. Jarris Walker, I like him. I'm going to go C tier with Jarris Walker, and I'm going to move Melo up. I think Melo's offense is good enough to put him in B tier. Jarris Walker, I think, is better than everybody in D tier. I think he's a guy that is a 3-and-D option that can go out there and at least hold it down. Is he going to be, the most hype beast card to run at the small forward position? No, but you can definitely run him and have a lot of success with him. Jason Tatum up next. Here's where things get tough. Is Jason Tatum S tier or A tier? I think he's better than Adam Morrison, but is he S tier? When I'm looking at this small forward list, I've got to go S tier with him. I have to. There's not that many better small forwards than Jason Tatum. Now, is he worth ripping packs for? Is he worth gambling for? Absolutely not. In the Eastern Conference, like, Giannis is really the only guy that is next level. Next level. I'm putting Jason Tatum at A tier. I'm sorry, I am. He's not. Trust me. Trust the process. Jonathan Isaac. This one's tough. This one's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna go A tier with Jonathan Isaac. If you're looking at defensive small forwards, Jonathan Isaac's top 3. He's top 3 when you're looking at defensive small forwards. He's also got one of the easiest releases to green in the entire game. Now, is it the quickest? No, but it's straight up and down, super easy to time and easy to green. It's tough, though, because I do not think Jason Tatum should be at this tier. And so I'm going to do it. Move Jason Tatum back to S tier. And then I don't have enough cards to add another tier, so it is what it is. But I don't like what we've got going on right here. Kaminga, I hate his release. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go F tier. I'm just gonna delete this, okay? Because I don't want to go F tier. We're not gonna go F tier because unless we get a guy that is absolutely a bona fide scrub. I haven't seen him yet. Even Kenny Walker can do some things on the court, so I'm just deleting F tier for now, making it easier on ourselves. Josh Smith. Hey, look, here's the deal. I'm gonna go C tier. His release is broken. There's no questions asked. Josh Smith's release absolutely broken, but he still plays a ton of defense. And to me, he's like an AK with the worst release. So I'm going to go C tier. Still think he's better than D tier, but not quite a bona fide scrub. Karl Malone is fantastic. I like Karl Malone more than Blatch. I'm putting him at A tier. I think he fits that mold at A tier. I do think I like him more at the power forward position still to this day, but it all starts and ends with Karl Malone's release. I think his release is absolutely outstanding. If you have a good release in my team, it's easy for me to make the case for you. Kawhi Leonard up next, A tier. Do think he's better at the probably shooting guard position just because he's only 6'7", but he's Kawhi. His release, easy to time, easy to green, defensively, gonna beat people up, especially on ball. Kawhi Leonard is going to be that man in my team. Kenny Walker up next. I'm gonna go D tier. I don't think the card is worthless though, and I think you guys need to realize that. Like, do I run Kenny Walker? Will I ever run him again? No, but I absolutely do not think the card's worthless. I think you can run Kenny Walker and have a ton of success with him. Kevin Durant's Pink Diamond. I mean, C tier. No, I mean B tier. He's B tier. If Melo's B tier, so is Pink Diamond KD. C tier is gassing it. Diamond KD is C tier. Pink Diamond KD's fine. His release is just that little bit slow, and that's all there really is to say about it. But you can run him and have some success with him. Galaxy up Kevin Durant. Did I say Kevin Garnett? I'm sorry if I did. Kevin Durant. S tier for Galaxy Opal KD. Look, release goes too quick. Still don't love it. Gotta be honest with you. I still don't love it. Still don't think it's, you know, that top tier release, but I do think it's more than usable at that S tier. Larry Legend, Larry Bird, C tier. Am I supposed to hype up Larry Bird? I'm not going to. And even if he should be B tier, he's never going to be. That release is horrible, and you have to play so much my team to get Larry Legend. Amy Braun is not good. Now with the duo, Braun would probably be higher, but without it, he is D tier. I gotta add him, and I just did Diamond Braun. I still love Diamond Braun. He's A tier. Diamond Braun is still fantastic. After I got done with the Amy Braun, I was like, okay, I gotta have a Diamond Braun in between here, between the Galaxy Open Amy. Obviously, Galaxy Open Braun S tier, Diamond Braun A tier. If you want to rank Amy Braun at C tier, go ahead. I just think to me he's D tier, not quite that next level good, but Galaxy Open Braun, your best small forward in the game by a wide margin. No questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Luol Deng, sweet Lou. I like Lou. At this stage of my team, though, he's C tier. And again, I like Lou. I like Rudy. I'm gonna do Rudy as well right now. But to have them any higher than C tier at this stage would just be wrong. Both the cards are just a little bit outdated. When we do get a new Ru, when we get a new Luol Deng, they will be very, very good in my team. Michael Beasley. This one's tough. This one's really tough. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Michael Beasley at S tier. A lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I think because of his release and how good it is, you've got to put him at S tier. I think you got to. If you don't, I think you're just in the wrong tier. Bees, I think, has to go at S tier. I think you have to do it. Boncaro up next. I'm going to throw him at C tier or at B tier. I like Boncaro. I like him at B tier. I think that's a perfect spot for him. Pink Diamond Boncaro, perfect addition to A tier. I mean, I really like what we got going on here at this small fruit tier list. I think a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory, though. Diamond Boncaro, just a little worse than Pink Diamond Boncaro, but I still do like both cards. Peja Stojakovic up next. Where to go with Peja? I think it's a tough kind of proposition. I like Peja, but I don't think he's good enough for me to go into A tier. Why? I struggle with Peja's release. His defense is outstanding. He's long, lengthy, fits the switch on meta. I'm just not good with his release. Ron Artest at the small forward position is C tier. Shooting guard position, I'd go B tier in a heartbeat, but at the small forward position, I just think he's a little undersized. Diamond Kawhi would be at C tier as well. Pink Diamond Scotty Barnes. I like Scotty Barnes. The question is he good enough to go into A tier? That's the question of the day. I'm going to put him at B tier. I'd still think Pink Diamond Boncaro has a slight edge to Scotty Barnes. Not that Scotty Barnes is horrible. I think he's just fine. But when we're talking about best small forwards in the game, can't be any higher. Scottie Pippen, here's where things get tough. At the top of A tier is where my Scottie Pippen's going. I just think there's only going to be one Pink Diamond that goes into S tier, and that's Michael Beasley. Everybody else, I think A tier is fantastic, but that's as high as I can go with the cards. Scottie Pippen, great release, moves decently well, has a good leaner, defensively obviously going to be fantastic. Just think A tier is where he caps out at. Taylor Hendricks, I tried using the card. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm moving you guys to D tier. Jarris Walker, Taylor Hendricks, you're both D tier. Neither one of you guys are as good as Luol Deng, Ron Artest. I'm sorry. They're fine for budget options, but that's about all they are. Pink Diamond, Thurl Bailey. I like Thurl Bailey. I do. And he's right there with Jonathan Isaac. A tier. I mean, his release, I do think, is on the slower side of things. I wish it was a little bit quicker, but he does fit the defensive switch meta, and so you got to go A tier. I mean, right now in my team, it's more than just, oh, how good's the card offensively? You got to look how they compete on ball defensively. Can they fit the switch meta? All those things. Thurl Bailey checks the boxes. Tom Chambers, I mean, his release is not good. I mean, I gotta go D tier. And I wanted to put Tom Chambers at C tier because look, I grinded his points out and he wasn't a total modified scrub, but D tier is where the card belongs. KD C tier. I told you guys that if I had Diamond KD on the tier list, he'd be C tier. I added him to the tier list and he for sure is a C tier. I gotta say, this is the best tier list I ever did. By far and away my best tier list of all time. Let me know how great it is down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.